I'm Wafaa Bilal, an Iraqi-American artist and professor at NYU. I am here to do a workshop and specifically on performance and open-ended.
We've been learning about dynamic encounters and how to create dynamic encounters, so kind of how to engage with people and create a piece that doesn't have a predetermined outcome.
We started yesterday a marathon for 6-7 hours with the introduction of the workshop and with informing people from early history about performance.
It put the work in context a little better, to see the influences that he had that went into his work, and we moved from there into getting into groups and creating our own performances to then document and present.
I want them to come up with their own project collaboratively, bouncing ideas of each other, and we kind of figure out from our dialogue the strength of each person in the group.
For us to be able to have a conversation with him about that and then think through our own practices together, and then to head out into the world after we got our feedback and to make our own piece, that was really powerful. I've never had an experience like this before, so for me it was great.
What I'm specifically interested in now, and I'm developing even in this workshop, is just like how can we include the viewers to be part of the performance, which means very much the artist initiate a platform and then giving the opportunity to the participant to be part of completing the performance itself.
I think the real value of having Wafaa Bilal here was that he demonstrated through his own work how he, in some cases, literally is sacrificing his own body, but also just making himself vulnerable through his art. Like, it's okay if you're feeling uncertain about that vulnerability.
He's a big star, and it was a great privilege to have him here and be able to listen to to his talk. I had him for a studio visit as well, and it was really nice to see another view.
What usually happens with an artist visit, the artist land, give a lecture, meet with a couple of students and leave. There is no feedback, there is no time for the student to process what they've seen in the lecture and to reflect on it. So a lot of people have been able to process what's been presented to them, coming back with an idea based on the artist's philosophy in his or her practice.
I don't know, it's hard to find like a mentor as like a young artist, especially one who like maybe of color from the Middle East, or like maybe doing these really crazy performance things. So that's not really an accessible thing. So it's nice to at least have some time with someone like that in person and be able to engage with them and like create something under their guidance.
The courage to be himself, because especially as immigrants working here, it's very difficult to find your place and what you really want to say and how you want to say it. And you're always worried about if you're offending somebody or would you be accepted or not. So actually for me it's encouraging to look up to Wafaa and have the courage to to be confident in what you're doing. Yeah.